we want to do is cover short snippets of what would work in a more practical sense. Now, I am back to front, so what is traditionally my left-handed side badge on your TV or your phone or computer is on the right side. Please forgive me, I'm not going to call out it's a left side or a right side attack, anything like that. I'm just going to work on what principles we're going to work with. Okay, so I'm going to be working through sections of a kata called Geki Sai Dai Ichi. It's one of our base katas, our basic kata of Goju Ryu. If you do a little bit of reading about it, it essentially means to smash, destroy, and obliterate your opponent. It was designed in Okinawa, it's sometimes called Fuku Kata Daini. And it was designed in a time frame when you needed to have an answer to an attacking problem, and it was designed to be a very simple set of solutions. Okay? Obviously, like all karate, it's built out of composite movements, so there are many, many different ways of using the kata. So within our school, we have very, this is what you do for grading. What I'm about to do is totally off the charts in terms of what is expected for grading. It's a little bit more practical, a little bit more functional. So, okay, so first thing is the kata. I'm going to break into some sequences. Traditionally, something that looks like this is one sequence. Next sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's a change of direction and a strike. So, alright, and then the end of the kata. So, we're going to do about 3 sequences of composite movements, and hopefully you're able to come back to this and watch it over and over, and you can from there glean a few ideas that you can run with. Take a tangent and run with it, and we go. So, first thing is standing up, and if I wanted to, we're working on hip rotation in this kind of vein, alright, and then stepping in. So, the attack is coming and we're stepping into the attack, this way, stepping into the attack, second attack comes, pivoting into the second attack. So, I'm assuming an attack is coming on this side, step in, the second attack is coming around, and I'm here. Alright, so 1, 2. Next thing is to drop and to be aggressive, moving in and to drop down into a strong sideward stance like shikodachi. So, I'm stepping in, cross, dropping in, and dropping down. Okay? So, hands as I move, blocking, punching. Same time. A good friend of mine at Palm Court Karate calls this a blunch. A block and a punch same time. So blocking, blunching. This hand obviously is going to catch and create the next movement. This hand coming across is going to go forward and hit. So we're getting a block and a counter strike here. And then I'm going to drop into my sideward stance, creating strength with the shoulder and the side, and I'm striking to the groin. Then we move a little bit back. 1, 2, 3. Kata says closed hand, practical says open hand because I can hit and grab. Okay, so we're standing, blocking and hitting. There's our blunch. 1, second attack comes, rotation off the hip and strike. Same time. Okay, so that's the second part of this piece. And third part, the final blow is the strike. Let me show you with my wife. If you hear some funny screaming and shouting, it's my son in the background. Okay, so we're standing, the hook comes, 1. Second attack comes, I parry in, hit, move in, and strike. Holding on here. If I needed to from here, the fight could continue to the ground. Okay? So that is number 1. Number 2, we're going to be moving around and kicking. Moving around and kicking. And the idea is not move, stop, ground yourself, generate all the power and energy and then thrusting the kick and landing, but rather having the idea of simultaneous. So as I'm moving, I'm already kicking. And the kick is not this Iken Hisatsu principle of one kick to end, but rather it's part of a deception. So I'm doing this, I'm kicking for the groin, and the natural instinct of most human beings is this. If I happen to catch the person, then the body seesaw is going to do that to the person, which allows us to move into the next piece, which is an elbow. You'll notice that this hand is remaining open so that I can grab and pull. And I'm elbowing into the solar plexus, into the throat. If I need to, if there's something in the way, I can even go over. Alright, so we move to the side. 1, kick, land, elbow. Not the cutter is downward. If I'm hitting here, I'm using this to pull, and I'm also using my hip. So 1, and then I'm going to take this arm and I'm going to clear it. So I'm just moving back so we've got better screen availability. I move back and I'm going to swivel around. So I'm clearing the arm, I'm going to hook onto it and punch, sweep, and strike. So we're moving, kicking, grabbing, elbow, back strike, back hand strike, down, clearing the arm, moving around, punch, sweeping, and then striking. And then if I have to, obviously my opponent is going to be on the ground. So this is second part, second sequence of the kata, and it's kind of this kind of position, and I'm working on, my wife is trying to grab onto me. I've got to be vigilant. She's going to probably want to hit me with that hand. So I want to get her mind off this hand and onto what am I going to do. So as she moves, I'm going to move and kick and then strike. This protects a little bit against this hand. Second attack to the head, clear, move to the side, hit, sweep, strike, and we can finish on the ground. Okay? Well, that would be option number 2. Okay? Or section number 2, which is to move around, and it's a lot more simultaneous. Then, number 3. Okay? The end of the kata has a pullback double punch. Okay? After that, block, pull back, double punch, and then an ending. So what we're looking at now is, again, standing and some kind of attack coming, and we're moving into it. A lot of the time, as the attack comes, we either move out the way and hit simultaneously, or we move in, we crash. There you go, Migs. Into our opponent, and at the same time, blocking and striking. So block and strike together. The next thing is this hand, when I strike, it's going to be striking for the neck. I'm going to try and affect the blood flow into the brain. Hand will go behind. I'll move in, and this hand will do the short punch. So I'm in close, so I'm using the short punch. I'm going to grab around the head. I'm going to follow the SAS principle of where I pull the hair or the head, the body will follow. I'm going to bring the person down, finish them on the floor. And, you know, if you watch a lot of Master Ken, we're going to re-stomp the groin or the face. Okay, so let's go. from here, 1, 2, forward, 3. We're going to hook and pull around, so we can either grab an ear or we can go under the arm and press the head down. And we're going to push the person this way. They're going to rotate, land on the floor here. We can hit and then drop onto them with a knee or a shin. Alright, so this way, 1, 2, 3, hook, press, push. There goes the little guy. Turn the person around, they're on the ground. You can hit and then re-stomp that groin or face. Let's have a look at what it looks like. So, my wife is going to attack. I'm moving in, I'm striking, pulling, stepping in and hitting into the floating ribs. I'm going to press down with this hand. And this hand is going to rise up. It's hooked the arm, and then it's going to press around. So I'm going to effectively do this turning motion. As I do this turning motion, down she goes. Can hit, and obviously there's that re-stomping the face. Okay, let's do it one more time. So she takes a hook, 1, 2, floating ribs up. Look at the response that it creates. Lift, pull, hit, shin, into head. And that would be it. Okay? So, Geki Sai Dai Ichi can be made into a very practical kata with very, very simple, practical kind of views on how to use it. Please remember, this is a complicated technique. It's got a lot in it. So is this, so is this. Even the basic mechanism of punch is a little bit more sophisticated than we sometimes attribute it to. Yes, there is the punch part, but there's also a pulling component. There is an elbow component. There's a deflecting and hitting component. And this applies to every single kata. So there is test for belt, for grading, bunkai. And then there is oil, your research, your interpretation, your own developments. And this is what we're playing with today. If we look at another karate principle or martial principle of learning, shu-ha-ri. I've copied the kata, I've copied what my sensei said, I've done everything they said. That's the shu component. Ha, I've brought it home, I've broken it up, I've trained all the individual components, and the ri, I've repackaged it and created my own ideas. And those ideas are influenced by other people. So sometimes I'm influenced by MMA guys, I'm influenced by guys in Shotokan, guys in other Goju groups, guys doing white crane kempo. Everything that you see and do, you can interpret. You cannot just have a very narrow-minded mindset. What we're trying to do is open our minds and make sure that we're training in a very complete way. And at the end of the day, we have to give the acknowledgement to the senseis where we come from, and that's that shu component. But for our own personal growth, you have to develop everything around you. One person might be 7 foot tall and so wide and so deep, they're going to move and fight a different way to somebody who's 5 foot nothing, is so high, and has a good leg and a bad leg. We have to adapt as we go. That's it for today. Thank you very much for joining us on Facebook Live. Arigato gozaimasu. Sayonara. Be safe. Wash those hands. Thank you.